Peace, peace, good people. Baldhead Harrison here, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time visiting with me, I hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. And for the returnees and OGs, welcome back, okay? Coming on to give you guys a quick reading. Not sure who I'm speaking to, but I'm pretty sure that it will resonate with some of you, a few of you, all of you, okay? Thank you, Sweet Spirit, for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for the collective that will soon be here to view this vid. Ashe. I do have a infusion of 2 decks, okay? I find when I put these 2 particular decks together that they bring me a very buoyant message, okay? So let's go. Let's flow. Thank you, Sweet Spirit, for love, light, and life, for abundance, for a message that will be resourceful to the collective. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. Two of Wands. Someone has called their power back, huh? You're feeling back in your personal power. You're feeling bold and original. I'm not shocked that this card came out. This is the season we're in right now, Leo. Leo makes everybody feel very confident, right? Very bold, very courageous, very original. And if that's not what you got during Leo season, then there is some shadow work that you must do, because there is something blocking you from being able to tap this energy. This is an energy that is available for everyone. Okay, and when you're not able to see this light, it's because there's something in your dark that you're not, either you're not acknowledging it, or there is something blocking this type of light, right? All right, show me more, show me clearly. Too many, I'm not keeping those. Show me more, show me clearly. Okay, so was it a heartbreak? Were some of you in a very toxic, unhealthy, imbalanced, unaligned relationship? Is that what is blocking your personal power? So that for those of you who are not feeling bold and original and tapped back into yourself, this is the reason why. For those of you who are tapped back in, this is the reason why, right? Like, you went through it and you said no more, right? Some of you went through this and it tapped you all the way in, because as I've always mentioned in past readings, our pain leads us directly to our power if we learn the lesson, right? But for those who don't quite get the memo, for those who don't quite absorb or assess why they are going through certain things with certain people, then they kind of stay in this 3 of Swords energy, okay? And if you don't get out of this, this will lead you into depression. It blocks your power. So I feel like I'm speaking to some people who may be, knee deep in the middle of this. And I know some of you may be saying, oh, but he cheated on me, or oh, she cheated on me, they betrayed me, I'm heartbroken. Listen, you are responsible for healing this, not them. You are responsible for how long you stay in this energy, okay? Until you heal this, or until you accept this, because sometimes it's not about healing. Sometimes it's just accepting the fact that, hey, it is what it is. It happened, right? Listen, the truth is, in this realm, in this life, with some of these experiences, you don't get closure. You don't get the apology. You don't get the, this is why I did that. You don't get understanding in certain things. Sometimes you just have to accept what happened and move forward. Some of the clients that I have that come to me wanting to maybe get their lick back, right? Or they want to transfer the negative energy and the pain that somebody brought upon them. One of the first things I tell them, whether I'm going to help them get their lick back, right? Or whether I'm going to help them heal. Either way, the first thing I tell them is the first step to anything is acceptance. You have to accept the fact that it happened, okay? Some of you, or some people, stay in this so long that you miss the opportunity to accept it. So now it's calloused. It's like a calloused, hard rock that's just laying inside of your heart space. Now, I also tell people, you want to know where cancer comes from? You want to know where hernias and, some of the different things that happens on the inside of our bodies, where there's clunks of meat lodged into certain areas on the inside of your body, it comes from people not accepting that something has happened and moving forward. Okay, but I'm not going to focus on that. Just don't hold on to bad or negative experiences too long. Digest them, process them, take the meat, trim the fat, and keep going. Okay, life is too beautiful and too bold and too bountiful for you to hold on to one particular experience, because as we know, life keeps going, right? Life keeps going. Dropped one out back here, but I will take these two that dropped over here. Okay, yes, the Three of Swords. It came out again. See, in this deck, it looks like this. In this deck, it looks like this, but we got it again. So we have 33. Okay, so this could be someone who is 33 years old. Okay, or 33 is just a number that's relevant to you. Okay, could have happened 33 weeks ago. Okay, just wherever 33 is, you know, relative for you, place that there. But we have 33, and both cards came out. Three of Swords. So I know I'm talking to someone who is not quite moved past the pain of a heartbreak, a betrayal. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who feels lonely. And you're probably telling people who are trying to get you to understand that something happened for your good, or you're trying to get, you know. So I think there's people around you that are, you have a support system is what I'm saying, but I don't think you see what they're trying to say. And what they're trying to say is, listen, this happened for your good. Move forward. But I think some of you are staying in a place of victimization. So you can't tap this. Okay, you can't tap this. This is a reestablishment and a replenishing of your personal power. So I feel like I'm talking to a collective. Well, it's two collectives. Some of you tapped into this because you accepted that this happened and you're moving forward. And then some of you can't tap this because you're stuck in this. Okay. Now the other two cards that came out, another three. Wow. 3, 3, 3. So let's talk about what 3 represents. We understand that the 3 represents the Trinity. In numerology, it represents the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Okay, it represents the coming together of the 3 aspects of the woman. Okay, the maiden, the mother, the crone. Or it represents the 3 aspects of the man, the boy, the man, the sage. Okay, so 3 is very, very relevant. It feels like it's trying to elevate you. This experience is trying to elevate you into another version, like the next level of yourself, okay? And you do have assistance. You do have existence. You have a community of people. You have friendships that are supporting you. And I had said that a few minutes ago. You have people around you that are trying to move you or help you go forward. Okay? You don't trust or understand your own buoyancy because you're, like I said, somebody's knee deep in this energy here, okay? And then there are a few of you that do understand. Now, I'm also getting the energy of a deceased mother or a deceased guardian, a female who may be assisting you too, okay? The next card that came out with this one was the Page of Swords. Okay, it's called the Page of Voices in this deck. You got some people, energies, personalities, characters playing around in your head. Listen, if they're negative, it's going to keep you in this energy here. So if you have energies playing around in your head, because I'm not against that, I'm not opposed to that, because sometimes we are our own psychiatrists and psychologists. Sometimes it's best to talk to yourself, and because you the only one that really understands you. But if you have a negative group of energies in your head, then they're going to keep you in a low vibration. Okay, so if this is your energy here, just make sure that you are taking opportunities and ideas and, you know, thoughts and, you know, different, it's another word that wants to come, different because I feel like it's different forms of communication. And I don't, it could be, some of these voices could be voices outside of you too. So yeah, it's just your own voices in your own head, but some of these could be people planting, honestly, it feels like your own thoughts and other people are planting negative thoughts in your head, very immature thoughts. So you may have a group of people, because I said you got your friends and you have your community of people, okay, that may be assisting you through this heartbreak or through this betrayal or through whatever this Three of Swords represents to you. But I believe a few of them are not giving you good positive, they're not giving you good positive feedback. They're probably the reason that you're stuck in this. They're not empowering you. Okay, you're around some people that are not empowering you. Either they are probably victims themselves or something similar, so they can't inspire you to see the light. They can't inspire you to call your personal power back. I feel like you're around some people that they're in their lowest self and they are keeping you in your lowest self. Okay, and maybe they're not doing this intentionally, but hurt people. Very similar to the blind leads the blind, right? And I feel like you may have some people in your circle that instead of empowering you and inspiring you and encouraging you to move past this energy, they get down in the mud with you and the old woe me party starts, right? So check that energy out. Okay, because listen, you know who these people are. If they're not helping you build, if they're not helping you understand and tap your own power, if they don't speak life into you so you can move past this, come out of this dark and get into this light, then those are those people that you need to. And I ain't saying cut them out, because they may be good people. They're just unhealed, okay? And right now you just need to be around people who are healed or can help you heal or just understand the cycle of life, okay? And they just have wisdom. They have wisdom that can assist you. Show me more and show me clearly. If you're resonating with the message thus far, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Show me more and show me clearly. I'm hearing the word explore. I'm hearing the word explore. So let's talk about that. Show me why you showed me the word explore in my mind's eye. Explore. Cards. Okay. I see. Okay, so we have the Emperor. And we have the Ace of Cups. Together. That's what came out together when I said show me why you showed me the word explore my mind's eye, spirit. This is what it gave me. So to me this looks just like being in charge of your own heart space, being back in control, Emperor, of your own emotional force, Ace of Cups, because that's what the Ace of Cups is talking about. It talks about emotional satisfaction, emotional force, but being in control of that, not ever putting somebody else in control of your heart space. Not saying not to love, just not putting other people, places, and things in control of it, okay? You control that. You have the authority over your heart space. You also have the authority over your own intuition. This is telling you that from this day forward, after coming out of this energy here, feeling the oh, woe, me, victimized, I can't believe he, she did that to me. This personal power, which was your first card that came out, is trying to get you to understand that this is where you're supposed to be. In control, in authority of your own emotional / heart space. In control of your own intuition, using it, not abusing it and not acknowledging it. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who just didn't understand what their own spirit was telling them, right? Do not blame love, do not blame intimacy, and do not blame healthy emotional experiences on this. You still have access to all of those things. You have access to satisfaction. You have access to sensuality, and you deserve pleasure. This situation here is not going to stop that and block that, but if you stay in this, you yourself will stop that and block that. This is where you're supposed to be, in control of that, knowing who deserves it from you, knowing who to give it to. But first, you got to call your personal power back to you. And the more that you begin to call it back, the more you'll feel in authority and in alignment with your power. And then nobody will ever be able to take control of it, to abuse it, to take it for granted, to take advantage of it, because you'll know how much to give out and how much to keep for yourself. Because see, one thing about being in control of your heart space, you know how much you're going to allow someone to have. See, I'm talking to somebody who's probably been doing too much. You give too much too soon of yourself. You give too much too soon of yourself. And that's probably what I'm going to title this: giving too much, comma, too soon of yourself. And I think that you've probably landed in the hands of people who abused it, misused it, okay? In several different ways. In several different ways. Also, to go back on that, on those friends that are positively trying to move you past this, those are probably the friends that have probably told you in the past, you know, or told you about a specific person. You need to leave that person alone. They're not good for you. Or you need to keep an eye out on him or her because, you know, I feel something funny about them. But maybe you did not want to hear what was being said. Okay, maybe you didn't want to hear. I'm picking up on the energy of Sag. Now, I don't know if your friend is a Sag or the person who may have hurt you is a Sag. Or maybe you're a Sag. But Sagittarius energy just came through very, very intensely, okay? Now, this card does represent Aries, so I could be speaking to an Aries person, okay? Or maybe your person is an Aries, okay? Or maybe you have good friends that are Aries. I don't know. Place the energy where it belongs. But I picked up on the energy of Sag, and then Aries themselves have actually shown up, okay? Thank you for showing me more and showing me clearly. Thank you, Sweet Spirit. Again, if you aren't resonating with the message, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. The Hierophant, Ashe, Taurus. That's Taurus's energy. Well, we know that when the Hierophant pops up, we're talking about seeking spiritual or religious insight, okay? And I can't ever leave religion off the table because some people are devout religious followers, okay, and that works for them. So I don't knock people's paths, right? So some needing to seek out spiritual / religious counsel, okay? So this could be someone who needs to take time out and speak with a spiritualist, okay? Speak with a advisor, a spiritual advisor, what is it? I can't think of the name of when the person goes and speaks to the priest in the box. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know the name. I've just seen it, you know, movies when they confessions. Thank you, Sweet Spirit. Someone may need to go do a confession. You may need to, you know, book some type of therapy session with your reverend, okay? If you know, again, if I'm speaking to religious people, spiritually, listen, just go seek out the assistance you need from people who have wisdom beyond yours, okay? Because that's what the Hierophant card is about, okay? It's having someone who can give you a even look into your emotional space, okay? And let me tell you something about the Hierophant card that I deeply understand, okay? And that is one of the reasons that I call myself the bald head Hierophant, okay? When you are healing, when you are accepting, when you are expressing, okay, when you are releasing, when you are relieving, whatever process you're doing, whatever part of the path you're on where you are engaging yourself, you have to engage all of your senses, okay? This is a earth card. It represents Taurus, okay? Earth sign Taurus. A lot of people want to rush through their healing. They want to rush through their awakening. They want to rush through that dark night of the soul. There is no rushing here in this realm. You have to go through processes here. We live in a realm where things are linear. You know, outside of this realm, nothing is linear, right? But in this realm, everything is linear. So you have to methodically, practically go through your steps. Okay, go through your steps. Okay, and it's kind of indicated and represented on this card. To get to the light, you got to go through those steps. Okay, and the steps are going to be different for everybody. Okay, you got to order your steps in the way that makes sense to you. But the reason that I said that, and I'm saying it so intensely, is if you're not activating your senses as you're going through these awakenings, going through these lessons, going through these learnings, then you're not, it's like you're spinning you're spinning your tires in the mud. Okay? Engage your senses when you are tapping into healings and awakenings. And the Hierophant energy that you're going to speak with or tap into, because some of you, this just may be a spiritual like an angel, or it could be an ancestor. Some of you may go to the grave and talk to your grandma. Some of you may summons, invoke, and evoke different deities that you work with. It's always different for everybody. Nevertheless, if your senses and your emotions are not engaged when you take on this particular part of the healing or the journey, then you're not going to get the full release. Okay, so your senses, okay, your sight, you should be able to see differently after visiting or speaking with a Hierophant. You should be able to smell different. You should be able to hear different, speak different, feel different. Everything about you should be in alignment with sensual activation after tapping this right here. Okay, so this, listen, some of y'all ain't gonna make it because you're not gonna be willing to go through those steps, that practicality, right? Some of y'all want to rush. Okay, but for those of you who understand exactly what I'm saying, you understand that you got to take one step at a time. Each of those steps are going to represent a very practical way to get to this light. Okay, you miss things when you run, you fumble, you stumble, you fall. Okay, and in the process of falling, you know, you don't always just fall. A lot of times you fall, hit your head, fall, hit your chin, fall, hit your elbows, fall, bust your knees. So take your time, beloved. Take your time, and there is a wise counsel that is available to you, and that wise counsel is going to be different. Okay, book a reading. For some of you, it's booking a reading, whether it's with me or other trusted readers. Okay, some of y'all need to go see practitioners and get those. Now I understand why I heard the word explore as well. Some of y'all need to explore your own spiritual depths. You need to explore different rituals, different things that you can incorporate into your life. Some of y'all are just out here willy-nilly. You're not taking your spiritual baths. You're not understanding different herbs you can take. Okay, you're not understanding the different modalities of magic. Some of y'all are just out here, and you have no grounding in anything because you're just out here. Okay, adopt something and dedicate yourself to it. Okay, explore your options on what those modalities could be. Okay, now I'm big on, I'm the magic woman, so I'm never gonna not do my candle magic. I've been learning more and more and more about sigils. Okay, so I incorporate those. Different mantras, different mudras. Okay, some of y'all need to start simple with just sitting still. Not even necessarily meditating yet, because you have to lead yourself into meditation. It starts with just learning how to be still. Be still. Okay. I don't want to turn this into a session, so let's finish the reading. But if you need a reading and you would like for me to be the reader for you, let me know. Okay. I'm going to keep all of these. Had quite a few came out, but I believe that there's a nugget in these. Okay, there's a gem, so I'm going to keep every last one of them. Okay, 5 of Cups. Very, very much. Many of you are probably sitting in this energy right now, along with this energy here that I've already been speaking of, crying over spilled milk, crying about what didn't work. Okay, but all of that is water under the bridge. I did a reading. I believe it may have been my last reading where I said some of you were crying over spilled milk, and then I said, no, your milk ain't even spilled; it's spoiled. The milk is spoiled. You need to throw the milk away. Don't cry over spoiled milk. I mean, you can't cry over spilled milk. It's gone, right? It's spilled. Can't scoop it up, put it back in the container. It's dirty now. It's tainted. But some of y'all, the milk didn't even spill. It was spoiled from the jump. Okay? A lot of times this 5 of Cups also represents not being able to move forward because you're so stuck on what was that you don't even understand that there is something behind you that's waiting to say, turn around. Something is waiting and saying, turn around and look what you have. You're worried about what you had or what you lost access to or what you used to have, what you used to do, what you used to be. But see, ain't no power in used to. All of your power is in the right now. All of your blessings are in the right now. It's your nowness. Okay? It's your nowness that matters. The Knight of Swords. Now this, we had the, where is it? Oh, okay, the Page. So this is, again, I'm using 2 different decks. So this is the Knight of Swords, and this is the Page of Swords, okay? So the Knight of Swords, to me, is always someone who's very impulsive with their communication. So you won't stop long enough to listen. You're running on your own logic, and your logic isn't making any sense. Have a seat. Those of you who resonate with this, because you know this is you, y'all are the ones that need to tap in to a Hierophant, okay? To somebody who can help you A, B, C, D your life, okay? Put some stuff in order, because right now you're just running and doing, and a lot of the stuff that you're running and doing is not making any sense. You have a very immature mindset and outlook on life right now. And I think in my divine mind, I think it's all because you're still, this energy here has overtaken your body. So everything that you do now is based on this energy here. I don't care how long ago it was. It could be the relationship could have ended 3 years ago. But because you haven't taken the necessary time or done the necessary healing, the necessary purging, all your decisions are made on this 3 of Swords energy: hurt, disgust, frustration. I'm talking to somebody who's like, you hate all men now because of what that one man did. You hate all women now because of what that one woman did. It's that type of energy. So everything you do is this, because you think that your logic is the logic, and you think that you're using the best part of your mind, but you're not. You can only use the level of your mind that stopped when this situation happened. Rise up. It is time to elevate. It is time to come out of this. Okay? Get some help. Get some assistance. Okay? Whoever's resonating with this part, listen. This is where you want to be. Now, I don't want to push this off on individuals who may not be comfortable. You may not even have access to a reverend, a spiritualist, a practitioner, a priest, or whatever. But remember, I said some of you have energies in the ethers. Mamas who have passed away, grandmas, aunties, just energies that are still available to you. Just because they're not here in the physical does not mean they're not here in the spirit. They're more here in the spirit than anything. Some of you just need to call their names. We live in a realm, and I've spoken on this before also, where nothing can infringe upon your free will. You have to be willing to call out to stuff for it to enter into your electromagnetic field. Now, if you are afraid, if fear is what's stopping you from calling out to someone who is deceased, then that's another. You have to deal with that. Okay, you have to deal with that. If you're fearful because you've been taught to believe that apparitions are scary, right? The spirits are scary. Everything is ghosts and ghouls and spooky. If you've been taught that, then listen, I don't know what to tell you, because fear is one of the biggest haters of all. Fear will hold you back from everything that is for you, right? Okay. So then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, right where I feel like this is probably right where a lot of y'all are. You're right in this energy. Okay, you have a foot over here and a foot over there. Because some of you are being selfish with yourself right now, as you should. Okay, now if you're being selfish with yourself because you are afraid that this is going to happen again, then you're not really doing yourself any good. As I mentioned earlier, you're spinning your wheels in the mud. But if you're selfish because you've called your power back, then that's a whole different story. If you're selfish and you're full of self-love because you've called your power back and you've made a decision, I will never allow anyone to take me away from me again, then this is exactly where you want to be. But if you're selfish because you haven't went through that acceptance phase yet, so you're blocking change because you're possessive over yourself, because you're hurt and you just don't want to be hurt again, but you've done no work to heal the hurt. You're just in a place of, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to sit still and do nothing. Then this ain't where you want to be. You got to call that power back. It's available to you. Okay, it's available to you. Call yourself back to you. Okay, because right now I feel like I'm talking to someone. For those of you who are sitting in a place of victimization, you feel splintered. Okay, you feel splintered. That means you need to, every area of your life that you lost yourself, you need to take time out, spend time in those particular areas. Yes, going back to the memory may hurt, but listen, pain leads you to your power. You can't run from pain. Call each of your splintered selves back to yourself. Okay? Become whole again. And this last card, listen, I didn't even know this was in here. I was just holding on to it. No better way to look at what I just said when I said that you're splintered. That, to me, every time I see this card, that's exactly what that means. Splintered. Look at her. Look how she's, all of those different are going through her body. A lot of y'all feel like this, splintered. And this is the Ten of Swords, because you overextended. You stayed in something too long. Something became a burden. Okay? It killed your creative force. It killed your enthusiasm. It killed your confidence. It killed your courage. It killed things in you. Now you're feeling like the victim. You feel martyred. You bottomed out. Okay? You don't know the truth from lies now. Tap that fortitude. Get yourself back to yourself. Realign with your mental force. Okay? Because this is you now. Okay? This is you. But you don't have to be here. You don't have to be there. This is where you're supposed to be. I hope that you're resonating with this reading and applying what you're hearing, because this is where you're supposed to be. Okay? How you gonna get here? Through here. Whether you convene with other people, or you convene with God, or you convene with your higher self. That's how you're going to get back into your power. That's how you're going to call your magic back to you. That's how you're going to get back tethered to your soul. Okay? All right, good people. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with this reading, make sure that you like, subscribe if you haven't, share this message with someone if you feel like they need to hear it, comment if you would like. But again, thank you so much for watching. Peace.